now.
Oh, good.
13 minutes. Are we live? Good. 3, 2, 1. Bring it on. We got a little show before the show and a major echo.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I can hear it.
All
So, Powers, you need to do something on that one if you can. All right, there it goes. Nice work. All right, we are live coming to you from, of course, stateside live. Green Legion, of course, radio live coming up at 9 a.m., streaming on the Fox Local app, and, of course, the iHeartRadio app as well. Sean Brace, host of the Daily Ticket, Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. on The Gambler. Mike Diaz, Chris Sack.
What's up?
The show before the show, boys. And the point is, of course, we wanted to get on these microphones, make sure everything is good to go for 9 a.m., number one. Number two, we got to rip on the Phillies. Because,
We don't have to, Sean. Okay, let's just start. Sean started off have a super pleasant day. You were on your way down there early. He's all fired up, and they let you down. You just had a bad night.
The vibes were immaculate.
Yeah, you had a bad night. Yeah.
Game one vibes. Shohei 3-0 lead. It could not have been better. And then the final score.
Yeah.
5-3. I'll just start with this, Chris Sack. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Trey Turner 0 for 3, Schwarber 0 for 4, Harper 1 for 4. You got to get production from those guys.
Yeah, well, that's the main problem. Everybody wants to point the finger at the manager last night and this morning. And listen, I can't sit there and absolve him of all of it.
Yeah.
For me, and if you read things on Twitter and you read things on Facebook, you can tell the people that really don't know what the hell they're talking about. Listen, Sanchi, to me, sitting on my couch at my house last night, he was losing it. He was losing his control. He was running out of gas. They had to make the change in that moment in time. If Orion Kerkering over the last couple months had been Orion Kerkering of years past or even earlier on in the season, Kerkering is coming in that spot. And then if you want to leave him in for the two guys at the bottom of the order the following inning, you do so. David Robertson was lucky to get out of that inning with Max Muncy the way that he was. To me, the ideal situation for the Phillies in that scenario was they should have had Ranger Suarez coming in to pitch the seventh. I know it's right, but then you go Ohtani, and then eventually you get to Freeman, and he hasn't pitched in over a week since he took that line drive off himself, and now he's the Game 3 starter. Suarez should have been in there. He was in the bullpen. He should have been the one that came out in the seventh. Instead, they started with David Robertson, and then luckily Strom got a couple outs before he gave up that home run. High fastball, you can't do that. He did that last year to Vientos. He did it last night to Teoscar Hernandez. But when you go 1 for 11 with your top three and they strike out 6 times, 3 of which is your MVP candidate in Kyle Schwarber, you are not going to win games like that in October.
Starts and ends there. That's it.
Correct. You know? The defending World Series champion Dodgers are in your house.
Yep.
You have the ability to put your foot on their throat to end that game last night, and they didn't do so. Bases loaded, bottom of the 8th. They had an opportunity. Sosa was the guy.
Yep.
He bats over 300 against left-handers. They brought in Vespier. It didn't work out in that situation. A lot of people want to say Otto Kemp. Whatever. It didn't work out. It's the top of the lineup to me. You pay over $700 million worth of contracts to 3 guys. 3 guys to perform in that very moment, and they all failed.
Yeah. No, and it's well said. It's perfectly, spot on with your assessment, and here we are. Diaz, I'll just come to you, and I will ask this. Is this series over?
Oh, Sean, no, the series is not over.
Come on, man. Let's be realistic about what we were going into.
Okay.
These are the 2 best teams, bar none, in both leagues. Now you lost game 1 at home, so game 2 is must win.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
every game is must win here on going forward. But there was opportunities last night. You go those 3 guys. I see all the stuff Robertson and Topper and what's like 1 for 11. The series is over if those 3 guys go 1 for 11 on Monday night.
Fair.
I mean, like they have to produce. They get some opportunities, and it's a 162 game season. Playoffs are weird. You got to get that 1 hit or 2 hits. Each guy's got to make their play.
Listen, the Dodgers have been doing this for a decade now. I mean, these guys have been to 4 World Series. They've won 2. They know exactly what they're doing in the moments that they're given to make their opportunities count. So you're going up against the defending World Series champions. This is not like last year against the Mets, who were an upstart, or 6 and 7 against the Diamondbacks in 23. This is a completely different level of beast that you're dealing with. You want to sit here and say all year it's been about this moment, about this time, about October and the World Series, and then you go out there and you crap the bed like that. That right there does not sit there and give you any bit of hope. However, and I'll say this, I've said this for years, and two things the Phillies never did, one of which they actually did 2 years ago. They played in a Game 7. The Phillies had never played in a Game 7 until 2023, and they've never won a series where they go down 0-1 in it. They're 0-8 all time in postseason series where they go down. But listen, everything has to come to an end at some point in time.
Agreed.
They go out tomorrow night, send it back to Dodger Stadium, and then you just got to get 1 or 2 to bring it back here for next Saturday night in Game 5.
Easier said than done. Blake Snell, a hell of a pitcher, -132 favorite right here on DraftKings Sportsbook.
They beat him Game 3. They beat him Game 3 in the NLCS in 2022. They can beat Blake Snell.
Jesus Luzardo, +108, 7.5 is our total. All right, that will conclude our Phillies segment for the day. Now over to Abu
Thank
Dhabi,
you.
and let's talk about the 76ers.
Hey, listen, Sean. I'm sorry that the Phillies messed up your vibe.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I'm great.
We're moving on.
Yeah.
You see VJ trying to go up on
looks
Mr.
good,
Robinson.
man. He's got a lot of
It's going to be a couple
athleticism.
years, but he's going to do some fun. Let's get the vibes up and talk some birds.
No, before we move on to the birds, I've just wondered, did James Franklin stay in California, in Southern Cal? Let's go!
There we go.
Yes, we're coming to you live here,
We got a bus coming
stateside
through.
live. Chris Sack, Mike Diaz, Sean Brace.
You know, with Penn State, that's the first time in 40 years that a top 10 team lost to an 0-4 or worse team. First time in 40 years.
UCLA is a horrible team.
Bad team.
And they were, 26.5-point favorites, I think it was, something like that, as far as Penn State is concerned. I could not believe that score when I checked it from the parking lot. Didn't get an opportunity to watch it. Something tells me I didn't miss much. With that being said, let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. Of course, our game coming up here at 1 o'clock. 4.5-point spread for the home team, Philadelphia Eagles. 4-0, yet not everything is perfect on the inside right now. You got Devontae Smith saying, you know what, this offense is struggling, coming out, not so many, and those exact words, but really pointed.
He didn't tweet it, at least.
Didn't
right?
tweet
He
it, exactly. Of course, we know what's taking place with A.J. Brown, but putting all that to the side, bottom line is the numbers are the numbers, and this is one of the worst offenses in the NFL, and that's sad, and it's very unexpected from my point of view. Your thoughts, though, of course, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, but here's the deal. If the field goal goes through for the LA Rams, that's one loss. So now all of a sudden we could be a little bit more, with our pointed takes as far as, things that are going wrong. If that's, they lost the game. No, they're 4-0. I get it. But all in all, this offense is better than what we've seen so far.
Well, the offense is better than what we've seen so far. When you say it's one of the worst offenses in the league, statistically speaking, if we talk about yards and passing yards, but as an offense, as a whole, not as what you expect. They are 11 for 11 in the red zone.
Fair.
Which is you could say, well, that's unsustainable.
Situational football.
I would just say the bad scene that we've been witnessing over the last couple of weeks, that needs to get better. We probably can't rely on going 22 for 22 in the red zone. But what's frustrating is they played 8 quarters. So how many 3 or 4 quarters they look like a machine.
Yeah.
And we were talking with Eagles Hall of Famer Trey Thomas before, asking his opinion. We're going to get to that at 9.
Yep.
Asking about the offensive line play, just because Saquon's getting hit earlier than he was last year. Are the holes there? Is it injury? What's going on? But this is where Sirianni's got it. If Sirianni is the leader of men, right? He's the CEO coach.
Yeah.
He doesn't do the. This is where he's got to step up and he's got to keep them motivated. He's got to let them know, celebrate. It's weird. Celebrate the wins, but you have to improve.
Yeah, well, he said the same thing 2 years ago as well. Celebrate the wins, and guess what? It led to what happened in December and January of 2023. I'll say this about this team, okay? Yeah, it's frustrating. Do we need tweets, or do we need anybody to sit there and say that the offense has been terrible? No. Just watch it. Just watch your TV or be in the stands today to watch it. Hopefully it's a better product. But at the end of the day, what you have to realize is A.J. Brown, in particular A.J. Brown, just keep your mouth shut, man. At the end of the day, stay off of social media, stop putting posts out there, and don't try to go toe-to-toe with Seth Joyner. That guy right there scares the living hell out of me. If you want to go to bat with somebody, do it with somebody else. Do not do it with an Eagles Hall of Famer.
I do want to say this, though. He deserves a lot of credit for coming out and saying he was wrong. You don't get that off.
He lost it hours later, though, when he tweeted at Seth Joyner. To me, it was
no. How many people in this world say they're wrong, and let alone a star wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles that are undefeated?
It's strange.
I've
never been wrong.
Yeah.
But you can't sit there. You can't sit there and put a tweet out an hour after the game, knowing how frustrated you are. 2 catches for 7 yards, and then 3 days later, you knew the firestorm that you created. You knew it. Like, you can't sit there and act like you're oblivious to it. You knew what was going on with the social media and with the sports talk radio and everything that was going on for 3 days.
Man, he loves it.
Right. And then sit there and say, it wasn't about anybody in this building. I'll tell you what, when you sit there and you name Coach Sirianni, you call him Nick. You say KP, but he did not say Jalen's name. He said the quarterback. I have no problems with the quarterback. He said it 3 or 4 times, which means the problem is with his quarterback.
Well, but to be fair to him, he also said the offensive coordinator and the head coach.
He said KP and Nick. He personally named them both.
He came back and said that.
You're right. I will just say this much. You get the film, and then you look at what A.J. Brown put on tape against the Tampa Bay Bucks. He wasn't open. There were very few times that he had an opportunity to make a play because he was able to get break away from the defender. So AJ needs to look in the mirror a little bit here. Hey, man,
correct.
I get you think you're a top 5 wide receiver, and I thought you were coming into the season as well. He's got 14 catches. He's got 14 catches through 4 games. Puka does that in the game himself.
Is it possible? Right? It's certainly possible in the range of probabilities, but could it be that AJ might have lost half a step too?
I think it's a combination of everything. I think Jalen is very
conservative,
very cautious with the football, which is a good thing because he was getting drugged when he was turning the football over. Everybody was throwing those numbers. Then all of a sudden he stops turning the football over, and now it's a bad thing. I get it. It's the yin and yang. So I think it's a combination of him. It's a new play caller. I think it's a very generic play call as far as the schemes and
I like a couple of the red zone plays that they ran last week. They were running Chief-esque plays with Travis Kelce with Goddard last week in the red zone, and then the tush push where they just shoveled it right out to Saquon. I thought KP in those couple instances he was in his bag, as they like to say, as the kids like to say. But I will say this: they need to get more vertical. And they need to have something with slants. They need to be a little bit more intermediate across the field. Yes. Everything is outside the numbers right now. Well, live inside the numbers a little bit.
You know where you're going to get A.J. Brown to be all in is inside the red zone. Find him, give him an opportunity to go up and make a play in the end zone. Feed him. And that's only going to make, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's it.
I would love this offense. I think if they could just incorporate somehow, Jalen, please, throw out of some under center plays, and then you get the play action going. I mean, these guys are so talented; they just need a little bit of room and just that slight hesitation on the play action. You can every time you take the handoff out of center if you're handing it off, or you take the snap out of center and you're handing it off to the running back. They're not going to play the play action.
They know. Well, they're not going to play the pass. They're just going to load the box because they know 9 times out of 10 he's not throwing out of it.
That's right.
All right. So remember, if you're not welcome, not listened to, quietly withdraw, boys. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. That comes from chapter 6 of the gospel.
That was a message. That was a message for the Phillies.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, withdraw, move to tomorrow.
Let's keep that message handy for when we go on 9 when Quimby comes on the show.
Like Powers, we good? Everything's sounding good? We're golden? All right. That's going to be the show before the show. I do want to plug something real quick, though, because we have the Pulse of the People. It's our poll that's up right now. As we are live on socials. Yeah. We got the Pulse of the People. It's presented by Gerhardt's, boys. And while you're there, you can go ahead and vote on the Pulse, or on the poll here. And as I'm trying to pull it up, my internet's obviously acting a little weird here. But today, what worries you most about the Eagles offense right now? The passing game, play calling, offensive line protection, or nothing? We're fine. Vote on it. Once again, Gerhardt's. Shop at the local team. Shop at the home team, Gerhardt's. Showrooms all across the Delaware Valley. Check them out online at Gerhardt'sAppliance.com. For Chris Sack, Mike Diaz, I'm Sean Brace. We'll talk to you guys at 9 a.m. on the Fox Local app and, of course, streaming on iHeartRadio.
See y'all later.
My suggestion where and I would have
and the sun's right there. Yeah.
I'll go right here. So now I'm yeah, I was gonna say no, I got the burger one. Hey, whoa, that's hot. Let's 1 2 1 2. Yeah, that's hot.
Yeah, that's the one where I wasn't really getting anything in my left.
Yeah, especially if you don't feel like it's not going to experience it. Show what happened. Did you not get the upgrade? Yeah. Did you not get the upgrade? If anybody tells my wife I was cleaning, I'll never talk to any of them.
Oh, should I take a picture? Put it on HaddonfieldHouseHusbands.com.
Dilfs of Haddonfield.
Dilfs of Haddonfield.
I've been featured multiple times.
Papa, Dad.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they were 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media. Even twice as many teens than TikTok. And that reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for your business. Radio's here now more than ever, and iHeart's leading the way. Radio can help your business. Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio. The reach is real. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time. Just call 844-844-iHeart and get radio working for you.
Look, Big Brothers. 30 minutes. Oh, video game. Promotion. Loaded tacos and half. That's how you make an impact. Go on. For a few hours. And for sure. With it. It's good. Learn more. Volunteer or donate with the Big
With Verizon, the best 5G network is expensive. Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store, and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what's with your unwanted bills? Maybe turn them into cheaper airplanes headed to see and never AT&T and T-Mobile. Jokes aside, best 5G network has you covered with most ways to save on plans, streaming, and phone deals. So bring in your bill to your local Verizon store, and we'll give you a better deal. AT&T's and root metrics are appreciated with an H20.5 euros with very most private postpaid consumer price. And these moments in the same name as additional terms.
Hey man, you all right? You would have called 911? Oh, call Top Dog Law. Top Dog for your accident at topdoglaw.com. Once again, that's Top Dog Law.
I'm Marcus Grant, and I'm Michael Florio, and together we host the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast.
Ready to dominate the fantasy league this season?
Then you need the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast, your ultimate source of player news, draft tips, and winning strategy.
Whether you're a rookie manager or a fantasy vet,
we've got the insight to help you crush your opponents.
Listen to the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart, for the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast, and purchase it on the free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Rat Pack gave us a more mature version of themselves in 1985 with St. Elmo's Fire. The soundtrack was also grown up, and the theme song reflected that. Sound bars St. Elmo's Fire, Man in Motion, on top of the charts for 2 weeks.
This is a great new live show right there. Radio on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Jason Plum, founding board member.
That's why this chair. Thank
new
you.
podcast, Wrongful Conviction, on iHeartRadio. On Wrongful Conviction, I interview a different genre every week to help them to tell their incredible stories of tragedy and triumph against impossible odds. You've got to hear it to believe it. Wrongful Conviction from iHeart Studios, available now on iHeartRadio.
All things sports.
As far as audio goes. Can you hear me? We're good? Yeah. Get off my speaker. I know, but I won't be able to see.
Are you sure, man? I'm trying to save you.
I think it's better for the show. Let me tell you right now, nobody move, nobody get hurt.
Is that his impression? You're fired. Where's the TV? Right there. There it is. There it is.
Hey.
Careful with it. Careful with it. Careful with it. Careful with it. Hold on one second. Ty. Fox, it's gonna be okay. It will be. It might just be USB.
Don't forget to put these up for display. Grace, display.
Diaz!